like a ghost of Christmas past. Like,
ooh,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't wait to sing like Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. I gotta think about do serious or just like scream.
Well, you got.
I saw Mama kissing Jack Doyle.
Nice.
Or you guys add an absolutely's, you know, like
Yeah.
so beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Absolutely. All right. Rockford!
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Rodeo
the
Rob.
return!
Rodeo Rob.
I know. I used to do that every time.
Yeah.
So I took a break from that, but I didn't want to burn it out.
Sure.
To burn things out sometimes
Sure.
here. Okay, week 14 recap.
That's it.
Regular season's in the books for 90% of leagues.
Yeah, unless you're a 14 playoff.
Or you're an idiot league that likes to go to week 18.
Yeah.
Which you do not advise. That's for chumps. Yep. We're not chumps.
Yeah, because I mean, normally if you've gotten that far, like your teams are the players that you have, their teams are usually pretty good.
Yeah,
right.
They rest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Anyone on the Chiefs home's taking a break.
Yep.
Josh Allen, we don't want that. Okay, a couple things for you per usual. Girls' bladders.
Yes.
They're terrible.
They are. I wonder why that is.
Awful, man. They have to pee all the time. All right, the littlest bit of liquid.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Female transitions to male. Bladder the same.
Yeah.
Or maybe biologically they're a little different, right?
I don't know if the man upstairs recognizes that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you transitioned.
You have a penis now. Now you can control your penis.
Now, here's the thing. That's a benefit to dating a male that switches to a girl.
Ooh,
now your girl will have to pee all the time.
Yeah,
Vacations are easier. Road trips are easier.
Yeah.
So let's all just find a dude that's a chick and bang him.
I think that's the future.
That's the future. Okay. Anyways, though, I'm going to start off with a story time with Rob and mix it up a little bit. Quick story time with Rob for you. Going on the girls' bladder thing. So I went to the casino on last Saturday, recent Saturday, in East Chicago, kind of Indiana. It's called Maristar.
Sure.
And I was like, I'll be the driver, Erica. I'll drive.
Was this you and her?
Yeah, we met her sister and her sister's boyfriend for his birthday.
Cool.
So I'm driving, so she's drinking, pre-gaming and bringing some drinks, in a little road soapy thing.
Ain't anybody selling cassette tapes?
Andrew, what the hell are you doing? What are you drinking?
It's an energy drink. Well, you guys are drinking beer. I got to tweak on something.
You're gonna be pissing every 15 feet. I know what I'm doing. I'm buying you a piss jar.
And she peed right before we left. And within 20 minutes, man, we're on 88, highway.
Yeah.
She's like, I really have to pee. I'm like, well, there's nowhere to stop until I get an exit.
Yeah.
There's no gas stations. She's like, it's an emergency. So she had to go in the back and pee in a cup.
I know this isn't the best time, but when you get a chance to pull over, what, are you crazy? I'm not pulling over now. But I gotta go. What am I supposed to do? Well, whiz in one of the empty beer bottles in the back. They're on the floor. Just get one of.
Oh man,
dude, 20 minutes though.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an hour and 15-minute drive. Which, dude, I can go 3-4 hours. Even if I'm maybe not if I'm drinking, but at least like an hour.
Yeah. Unless you broke the seal, that's the.
Yeah, but I mean we broke the seal, and we do hour pods. We're drinking the whole time.
Yeah.
So and then whatever that happens, and then she had to throw it out the window.
What is that? Is that piss? Is that piss? Pull over!
You might as well pull over. He's just gonna keep yelling.
Pull over, you little dick! Stop the car! Jesus Christ, D! I'm covered in piss!
Well, maybe you shouldn't have had your window down.
Maybe you shouldn't be throwing jars of pee out the window!
Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. It's up for debate.
You shouldn't!
Just hold everything. I'm going fast, so I had to wait till slow down.
Yeah.
You don't want that coming back in.
No.
But so by the time we're almost there, she has to go again.
Jeez. Yeah.
It's an hour and 20-minute drive, mind you. 2 peas?
Yeah.
And like we go up to the room they had. We start drinking. I don't pee for another hour. And like I chugged water. I was drinking iced coffee.
You've been keeping track now.
Yeah, I was counting. But sorry, I don't mean to throw her under the bus like that. I told her, I'm like, if anything you do is going on the pot.
Yeah, she threw the pee under the bus.
Yeah. Don't do things like this because it's gonna be talked about.
Yeah.
Howard Stern. You know.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna divorce me when she sees this. But
yeah.
Okay. I will say though, I got my ass kicked.
In fantasy.
No,
in real life.
In gambling.
Oh, the casino.
So her first she's playing the slots. First spin or second spin on a 25-cent thing.
Yeah.
$440.
No way.
Yeah.
Nice.
She ended up losing most of that, of course. But like, so I'm like watching. I'm like, I hate slots, so I go to blackjack with myself. 0 for 8.
Yeah.
Lose 8 straight hands. $200.
5. I'll stay. I suggest you hit, sir.
I also like to live dangerously.
As you wish, sir. 20 beats your 5. I'm sorry.
I never got I got a 6 every time.
Yeah.
It's like I had 16 or 15 every
not
time.
Chance, yeah.
And like the couple times I actually was safe with like 18 or 19. The dealer would have like a 12.
Yeah.
I would draw 2 cards to get 21.
Yeah.
So it was like I'm done. Like I brought like $320.
Yeah, like you don't expect that.
It's like I can't. That's not the way to win a blackjack. You got to take some lumps. You got to have a bigger bankroll.
Yeah, but I mean
just demoralizing.
So there's a strategy that people use in blackjack. They'll go in, bet $25, they lose, and they bet 50.
Yeah.
They bet like.
That's the way to do it.
You were doing that, but
that's the way to do it because eventually you will get even.
Because just the math says they have like a 52 to 48% chance of winning.
Yeah,
you can get closer if you play properly.
Yeah, and when you win big hand, then bet lower.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like once you're up,
yeah.
Bones does the opposite. Like when he's up, then he starts betting like $100 a hand. When he's gonna lose.
Yeah, he's $5. He's won 25 straight. Yeah, and he starts betting $100 a hand.
I'll bet it all. Loses all one hand.
Yeah.
Okay, and then another thing regarding the trip. So Shaggy came out.
Yeah.
The artist Shaggy. Sure. And I mostly know it from the It Wasn't Me song. We always quote that. It Wasn't Me.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that was Shaggy, the guy singing. And she caught me red-handed. Yeah. That's not Shaggy.
No, it's his friend.
Shaggy's like a worse version of Ja Rule.
Yeah, well.
He sounds like a fucking mutated frog.
He was super popular. I
but
think.
why?
I don't know.
It's terrible, right?
Well,
he is the worst part of Shaggy.
There was like when rap was like really blowing up on television, you know, like when like it really took over white suburbia. Like there was like subcultures of like black folks, like so that like Jamaican, it was popular for quite a bit. Like you started hearing like Sean Paul really lit the fuse on that, where there's a ton of like that type of themed music, you know, they're like inspired from that. So
his voice is terrible though, right?
Yeah, but he was
like what is it?
I think he was the most like I don't know if he's the most genuine like Caribbean dude, but his voice sounded the most genuine. Like,
it's absolutely terrible though.
Yeah.
And absolutely, Shaggy's voice is terrible.
Absolutely, I'm always looking for Jack Doyle.
Oh shit, Andrew came in.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew.
Ghost of Andrew passed.
Okay, and one last thing. This is a funny stat I heard. Okay. Sam Bradford, remember him?
I do.
How old do you think Sam Bradford is?
Probably like 30 now.
35.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I thought he'd be older.
Well, he was like 20. Yeah, he was like 05, 06.
Yeah, he was an older rookie coming in. Yeah. He played 4 years, but he was the reason they capped the rookie.
Yeah, he was the last
payments.
one. Yeah,
he got 58 or 60 million, which back then was a lot of money in general, and he never played a snap.
Yeah,
and he had a couple decent years, but he was terrible.
He did well his first year. I remember, like even in college, he would make like crazy catches.
Yeah,
and like I remember in the pros, he had a couple like his rookie year, like a couple crazy catches on the sideline. That's what I remember him for.
And he's a quarterback. Catches, That's hilarious. Yeah. So I just thought it was crazy. He's our age.
Yeah.
And like I feel like he's been out of the league forever. I feel like he actually had a pretty long career.
Yeah.
Like 7 years.
Yeah. He bounced a few teams.
Yeah.
He had nothing but he was always so hurt. I remember.
He was a Detroit pick.
He was the Rams pick, right?
Yeah. Okay. It was the Rams, and he went to like the Vikings, and then he went to Detroit. He bounced around for sure.
Yeah. Probably ended up in like Washington at some point.
Yeah.
Like. New York, the Giants, of course, the Jets. Like,
you got to go on the New York tour, the Geno Smith tour, which actually worked out.
For him, well, he went after he left. He had no choice to go on that tour. He was kidnapped.
Yeah, he was. He's unfortunately, his father was not Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah.
If you ever get kidnapped, you want your father to be Liam Neeson because
at least in the first two, right? Because he struggles in the third.
I will find you, and I will kill you. Yeah, what a guy. Very interesting, Liam Neeson's career arc, because he was never an action. The latest action.
Like,
I bet he is.
Like, he's not good with his kids and stuff, and like probably
right, because he's so worried they're gonna get taken. You know what I mean?
He's so paranoid the whole
time.
But
he wasn't in an action movie until Taken, and he was like in his 50s.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look like that kind of. I want my action stars like Stallone. Arnold.
I know you do. Yeah.
I want big beefy muscle guys, man.
It's like the 80s.
All right. Week 14 recap here. I'm going to go through the games, talk a little fantasy, we're going to have the preview show coming up, but we also want to just talk about some players. Big weeks coming up here. This is it, man. This is what we play for. 3 weeks left. First game here, Thursday Night Football. This one hurt his heart. It was Rams and Raiders, 17-16. Baker Mayfield beat the Raiders.
Yeah, it was actually kind of fun to watch Baker, though. Well, in the Raiders, you could just tell they took their foot off the gas. They were self-inflicted penalties, but they were like casual. Like they had a pick, almost like a pick six at the very end, taken away by pass interference. I think roughing the passer.
But the thing is, they didn't score anything in the second half. Like in the first half, they were being creative.
The first drive, like they marched.
So easy.
They scored in like the minute and a half. Jacobs ran it in.
So Derek Carr was 11 of 20 for $137 and 2 picks. Yeah. That ain't getting it done, Derek. That ends their season, by the way.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Like they're done.
Yes.
Jacobs 27 for 99 and a touchdown. I guess the big question here is Adams had a bad game, 7 targets, 3 for 71, but I mean, it was game flow. He'll be fine. The question here is obviously Carr is going to play, Adams is going to play. Josh Jacobs is beat up.
Yeah.
He's had the calf, now he's got the finger.
Yeah.
I know they didn't re-sign him.
Yeah,
is this going to? So they're just going to run him out there and keep on giving him 30 touches?
I think he's going to run out there because if he stops now, he's not going to lead the league in rushing.
Right. Going
into free agency, leading the league in rushing is a big effing deal.
Well, my thing is, do they want to get a look at Zamir White?
Well, I'm sure the team does.
Yeah.
Because
so who's in charge of who gets the carries?
Because they took a gamble on Jacobs. He's only probably twice or 3 times as expensive as he was in the offseason now.
Yeah, right. They fucked up. Yeah. So I'm saying like they're going to give Zamir White at least more involved.
I would think so.
To what degree, right? Does it go from 3 carries to 6 carries?
It's concerning for
Does
sure.
Does it go from 3 carries to 10 carries?
It's concerning because even I'm saying I believe that they're going to keep Jacobs playing him because I don't think he's going to accept but also even if you have Zamir White as a handcuff, like the fact that he's going to eat into it is concerning going into the playoffs because you don't want a vulture touchdown.
Right, and the guy's he's got to be beat up. I mean, he's getting 30 touches a week for 6 weeks now.
Yeah,
that's a lot, and he's got multiple injuries. I'm just saying, like,
I know, but if he can stay healthy, I mean, he's RB1 on the year.
It's not like I'm not advocating bench Josh Jacobs at all.
No, there's concern.
Maybe by the championship game, does he not play?
You're hoping that you have Zamir White, and you're hoping that he's not involved still. But all signs point to he's going to be eventually, whether it's a full-time role or eating in maybe like Jalen Ward.
Yeah. Okay, Rams, Baker Mayfield. Actually didn't start the game. They started
Warford or whatever.
Yeah, Wofford. And then they had 3 and out, 3 running plays, and they brought in Baker. I don't get that. But Baker had a really bad game going until the last 2 drives.
Yeah.
But he's a gunslinger, man.
Yeah.
So this is not a Baker Mayfield fantasy question. This is more about the other pieces, which is few and far between.
Yeah.
Cam Akers is the clear back there, 12 carries, 42 yards and a touchdown. He's playable at this point, right?
Well, yeah, I mean he barely got that touchdown. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Just saying he's the lead back on a bad team, but if they're going to be competitive like this,
I think that was all emotion. I don't think they will be much anymore.
Ben Skoranek, 8 targets, 7 for 89. That's cool.
Yeah.
Van Jefferson caught the late touchdown, only 4 targets, 2 for 44.
That's like 3 weeks in a row.
So
Van has a touchdown.
That's those 2 guys. Who do you prefer? Van?
Well, Van is the top guy. Van, then Cam Akers, then Skoranek.
Okay. All right, Jets Bills. Bills 20, Jets 12. Kind of a sloppy game, shitty weather. I don't know what the hell's going on with Josh Allen. For fantasy purposes, he has not been great.
He was all right there.
He had 160 yards passing or something though.
But he
still got the rush.
Still like 25 points.
Yeah, but that's not what when you draft a guy.
Well,
you want more than that. It's been like 3 straight weeks of down weeks.
If 25 is down, you're more than because I just got 4.5 points from Derek Carr.
That's true.
That's true. I'll be thrilled with a down week of 25.
You would. Okay, Mike White got beat up in this game but came back 27 of 44, 268. The guy puts up numbers. Yep. He hasn't been getting the end zone the last couple weeks, but I mean his floor is pretty nice in terms of the pass attempts and the yards. He's got some weapons.
Well, it definitely boosts the receivers for us.
Zonovan Knight.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, 17 for 71 and a touchdown. Looks pretty good. Undrafted free agent.
James Robinson again.
James Robinson inactive. Michael Carter's an afterthought. So I mean, he's the lead back here. Do you think he's an RB2?
I think Carter's still banged up, right?
Yeah. Carter's still banged up. Do you think he's an RB2? Carter also lost a fumble in this game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's strange.
And he also can catch a little bit. He had 2 catches for 6 yards for you PPR players out there.
I guess if you have to start him, like if he's a free agent and you need a start for, you had I don't know, someone that got hurt this
Josh
week.
Jacobs.
Yeah, maybe Jacobs sits this next week.
Yeah.
Like you're happy to have him, I guess, but like someone that I want to rely on for the rest because it could change next week and the week after
tough
that.
start. It's more of a upside play though, right?
I would say if he's available and you need a filler, that's the guy you want. But I don't know how available he is.
Okay, Garrett Wilson, solid ass game, 7 targets, 6 for 78. He's every week a wide receiver 3.
He's evolved into a pro.
He's good.
Yep.
The guy I want to talk about is Eli Moore.
Yeah.
So Corey Davis got hurt in this game. They don't like Mims. They do have Barrios. It's about Barrios time. But Moore had 10 targets, 6 for 60. He's been going from like 20% snaps to like 50.
Yeah.
If Corey Davis misses,
Eli's nice.
Yeah. What do you think? Because we know he's a good player.
Yeah, and he was just in the doghouse early. He had requested that trade, and then probably said I'm not going to play. And the coach is like, well, let's just sleep on it a little bit. Let's
Can't make our situation.
We're not going to trade you. Let's see how you feel in a few weeks if you want to play. And now he's probably out there busting his ass.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that Garrett Wilson's the number 1 there, but Garrett Wilson's also going to dictate the coverage.
And Eli, Mitchell's Moore rather is a.
He's good.
Yep.
I like him. Okay, just a speculative ad right there. If you need some upside,
I would be excited with that ad.
Because he's available in a few weeks that I made it in.
I'd be excited. I would for sure take him.
Okay, Bengals and Browns, 23-10. The Bengals whoop them. Their defense is really playing well right now. Last couple games, they're allowing like 10
peaking
points.
at the right time. I mean,
they are.
Super Bowl contender now all of a sudden again.
Mr. Handjob, Deshaun Watson, 26 of 42, 276. A lot better than the first showing.
I think he's on. Yeah, I mean that's an interesting wild card going because I
touchdown and a pick for him.
Yeah, I have him in a couple leagues, so I'm curious.
33 yards
rushing. Basketball too, like.
Yeah. Nick Chubb, he's been really struggling. 14 carries, 34 yards.
Yeah.
3 catches for 20 yards, which is okay, but that's 7 points, dude.
Yeah.
So
I like that when he's struggling rushing that they increase his catches from 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Just to try and get him the ball. Because I mean, obviously it's Nick Chubb, so you want to get him the ball.
He is very good. Donovan Peoples-Jones, he's been the number 1 target for Watson since he came in. 12 targets, 8 for 114. And then last game he had the kick return or the punt return touchdown, but pretty involved through the air as well.
Yep.
Is he playable to you?
I think he probably should have been quite a while ago.
Yeah. He's my best ball guy.
I think Watson. I mean, if Watson catches some like in the next couple weeks, I mean, there's no more buys, so if he can catch some fire, he might be a championship winner. Like he could blow up in the next couple of weeks, and Peoples-Jones too.
I mean the thing is, he's what do we know about Deshaun Watson? Is he's a gunslinger, and Donovan Peoples-Jones is the Will Fuller of this offense.
Well, Watson to me is a yards guy. Like he's always 4,500 yards.
Yeah.
So like the fact that he bumped it up to 276, I mean he's going to be flirting with probably 300 every week. And
he's a deep
Njoku
shot.
Banged up perpetually. If when Cooper struggles like on the road.
Yeah, don't say anything about Njoku though.
Well, no, trust me, I need him.
Njoku, 9 targets, 7 for 59 and a touchdown. That man's amazing. He's in his 2 starts with Watson. He's done real well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like I said, if he stays healthy, he's a top 5 or 6 tight end for sure.
Cooper, 7 targets, 2 for 42. Not great, but I mean he was coming in injured, so I don't know if it's a product of his injury.
What's his injury?
I don't know. It may be a quad, something lower body.
Old man.
Typical Amari Cooper. Yeah. Joe Burrow, 18 of 33, 239, 2 touchdowns and a pick. All things considered, that's pretty good because he lost T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd in this game.
Yeah.
Jamar. Yeah, Jamar is great. Mixon, 14 carries, 96 yards. Not exactly the best fantasy day, but the nice thing is, P. Ryan got the touchdown, but he only had 4 carries.
Yeah.
Mixon's playing most of the snaps again. That would be the game they would have taken it easy on him after a concussion.
Yeah.
Since they didn't, it says to me that
nothing's changed.
Yeah,
let him get a sea legs. Yeah.
he's still a top 6 options in my mind, especially with how this defense is playing. Weather getting colder. Give me
Yeah,
Joe
I
Mixon.
mean, yeah, I agree. Offense.
Jamar Chase, 15 targets. No one else had over 4.
Yeah.
So actually, P-Ryan had 5 somehow. 10 targets, 119 and a touchdown. He's very good. I have him in one league that I'm left in, so
that's
Jamar.
one of my favorite acquisitions that I've ever made. So
It's a good one. That's a good one. And so if these guys continue to be hurt, or even if they play banged up,
yeah,
it's Jamar Chase, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, Cowboys Texans. He called this one. The only bet you won this week.
Jesus, yeah.
It's been bad.
Well, yeah.
The nice thing is, though, I would say next week I'd probably take his bets because you're not going to go. You're 1-10.
I'm not.
You're gonna do better.
There's some. I'm on like a wrong frequency right now. I'm trying to pick up like the antennas like in the old TVs.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a kid to hold the antenna right now, so I'm just getting really fuzzy pictures.
But it'll come through.
I think I'm watching porn, but it's the cooking channel.
You're doing a Randy when he's just like,
freeze.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'll come back around.
Yeah.
But this was a nice call because the fact that Texas lost this game, we'll get into that in a second. But Cowboys 27, Texas 23. I don't know if you watched this, but the Texans at the end of the game up 3 had a first and goal on the 10.
Yeah.
With fucking 3.5 minutes left.
Yeah.
They score a touchdown, the game's over.
Yeah.
And they actually did score a touchdown, and it was second and goal from the 5. I threw a little screen pass, I think it was to Moore. And dude, he got in. Like second effort, he lunged.
Yeah.
And I didn't see the replay because it was red zone, but so they didn't challenge it. And then before the next play, they call a timeout with like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It's like, dude, just challenge it.
So Hackett was on the phone with Lovey?
And like, even if they didn't get the touchdown, the challenge, they would have won the challenge because they marked it the 1.
Yeah.
But what I saw, it was like a half inch line or touchdown.
Yeah.
And they waste the timeout. It's because they don't want to win, I think. You know what I mean?
So they're saying,
because dude, they had the touchdown, and then of course the next play they do an end around, lose 5 yards, kick the field goal.
As a ref too,
they didn't even kick the field goal.
I don't understand why they don't default to touchdown in review. Like if it's that close.
Right.
Like if they have to discuss it, default to touchdown.
Yeah, I would like to see this replay though because I only saw it once. Yeah. But like I'm telling you, my first reaction was I was like, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to challenge it.
Yeah.
And then not only did they not challenge it, they wasted time out before they run the next play. It was just terrible. So Damian Pierce is hurt. He's definitely out this week. I saw the report. He might be out next week.
Who? Benjamin.
They dropped him.
Oh, that's right. They did. Yeah, they did.
So they lose Pierce. This is what the Texans are doing right now. They lose Pierce. And then they drop Benjamin, who they signed.
Yeah.
Now they have Rex Burkhead and Agumbawale.
Where's Phil was on the Colts.
Yes. Yeah, Agumbawale, which actually part of my Balls Deep Championship team last year. Yeah, he's a free agent.
Yeah.
At this point,
what happened to Darrell Henderson?
I don't know. He has some kind of issue. But so for you, is it Burkhead or Agumbawale?
Yeah, I'll pass.
they had 6 yards combined.
Burkhead, just because he seems like a football player.
He is.
That's what I'm saying. So he seems like a lovey guy, right?
Yeah. I feel like Burkhead, even though Burkhead traditionally, since when they had a healthy running back, was a third down back, he's like goes into the Pierce role. And then Agumbawale, who's a receiving running back, goes into that spot.
Was he Jags before?
He was a Jags, yeah. I'm saying I started him last year in the championship match in Balls Deep, and I won. He scored a touchdown. Yeah, 40-yard touchdown.
So you have a sweet spot.
So I do. I know, again, we're talking bottom of the barrel here, but sometimes you need somebody, right?
Yeah.
And shooting for upside where this is an unknown situation. If one of these guys, like Damian Pierce,
has
is good.
Ball.
So
and Rex is perpetually hurt. So
well, yeah, and right now you have both the receivers, Nico and Cook's out.
Yeah, man. That's
it's a bad team.
The situation you want to.
Yeah.
They put up more points than the Broncos. So.
They did. Well, that's not hard to do. Okay, Dak Prescott, not a good game. Two picks, but he had 284 and a touchdown. Both Zeke and Pollard found the end zone.
Per use.
Yeah, that's per use, man. That's what they do. Dalton Schultz, 6 for 87. He's your guy you hate. He's doing pretty well, isn't he?
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, 5 catches, 33 yards. In this game flow, what the hell?
Mama said there would be days like this.
That's not a good day. Whatever, just don't do that in the playoffs for me, buddy. Pollard, 4 catches, 20 yards. No. Don't do that. Okay, moving on here. Vikings and Lions. Fun game here. Lions are on a heater. 34-23. They won 5 out of their last 6 because they lost and they should have beat the Bills on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? That'd be 6 in a row. 34-23. 34-23. Lions are hot. Kirk Cousins, 31 of 41, 425 and 2 touchdowns. That's very good for fantasy.
Yeah.
Did not play good in real life, obviously, because it's hard to even say that, but clearly he didn't play good enough. They only put up 23 points.
Yeah.
Delvin Cook, 15 carries, 23 yards and a touchdown. He's been disappointing all year.
Yeah, he's been like his good weeks are the games like his 100 yards total scrimmage, like what you're hoping for, like we
That's
expect.
What he should average.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He needs to break a long one.
He averaged like 125 yards from scrimmage last year.
Sad to say, looking forward, Dalvin Cook, he may be cooked. I'm just saying he's had a lot of like little nicks and bruises through his career.
Let me see the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm talking about for next year. Like going forward. I don't know. We shouldn't be talking about next year.
Well, I'm saying, and then all of a sudden Cook averages, in the fantasy playoffs, he averages 150 rushing yards. And like, is Cook the number one running back?
I'm still remembering this.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson, 11 catches, 223.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good at football.
That's not bad.
TJ Hawkinson, 6 catches, 77 yards. I did see him have 2 bad drops, though.
Yeah. But he's so involved.
He is. Osborne had a touchdown. Thielen had the touchdown. Moving on to the Lions. This is interesting because Jared Goff, hell of a game, 330 and 3 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift. What's going on?
Yeah.
He's playing, again, less snaps than Jamal Williams. Justin Jackson's involved. Justin Jackson has a touchdown.
Yeah. Yep.
Why are they doing a 3-headed monster? I know they're winning, but...
Yeah, it's just... I think that's a product of play calling. It's like, all right, Swift's not in here, so let's take advantage of the fact that they're playing differently, that Swift and Jamal are not in there type deal.
So, are you trusting Swift in the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Absolutely!
Yeah.
I'm always trusting DeAndre Swift in the playoffs!
Because, I mean, who's a backup, because he's a backup running back now, right? So, a backup running back who has the most upside.
Him, but I treat him as an RB2.
Yeah. No, it's, me too. Yeah, the talent's too off the charts.
It is.
And they're a running team, so there might be a game where he gets all 3 of them just because of the line blocks properly. Yeah.
Okay, DJ Chark, your boy, 7 targets, 6 for 94 and a touchdown. That's 3 out of 4 really good games for him.
3 touchdowns already since he's back.
Even with Jamison Williams, by the way, made his first career catch, 41-yard touchdown.
Yep.
But he only played a handful of snaps, so they're going to baby him along. That's DJ Chark's role, at least for the next couple weeks.
They paid for him, so
right.
Obviously he's part of the plan. So, but you're right. Jamison Williams is probably the same part of that plan.
Right. We'll just see how they bring him along. Like next week, will say a lot. If he still plays 12 snaps next week.
Yeah, another 6 catches and a tutty. Then he's a solidified 3.
He is. Okay, one of the surprising games of the week here: Jaguars 36, Titans 22, and this looked like it was all Titans. I did one of my bets was Derrick Henry over 106 total.
Yeah.
He had 100 yards in the first quarter. I'm like, this is the easiest bet I ever won. And he ended up with it was still like 150.
Yeah.
But like he historically just wrecks the Jags.
Yeah.
And then he had a weird fumble on a catch. I don't know if you saw the fumble.
No.
He caught it in the flat, like literally 2 yards from the sideline when he gets hit, and he fumbles right into the linebacker's hands.
Oh, no.
Like, it wasn't like a weak fumble. I'm just saying it should have gone out of bounds.
Yeah.
But that guy wasn't standing right there and pick it off the ground.
Yeah.
That changed the whole game somehow.
Sure.
And
this was I think we talked during the preview last week where this is the Jags. When we're trying to pick this game, so the Jags need to win this to stay. They can win the division if they win this.
And Trevor Lawrence showed out, man. Our boy Trevor Lawrence, our girl Trevor Lawrence, or we don't know. 30 for 42, 368, and 3 touchdowns. ETN, though, very disappointing. I was very disappointed with ETN. 17 carries, 32 yards, and no catches.
I like the 17, though.
Well, what the hell, man? Is he bad now?
Well, I mean, we were talking before, like, the way he was playing before, it was, I think, unsustainable. Like, that's what people expected when he was first drafted.
Mm-hmm.
But that was I don't know. Trevor Lawrence continues to pass like this. ETN, I mean, he should get some catches. The ETN's 4 is real nice, I think.
It is. The touches are nice. And the offense cooking like this can only help him.
Exactly.
It's an Evan Ingram game. 15 targets, 11 for $162.
Yeah.
And 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Also, a Zay Jones game, 12 targets, 8 for 77 and a touchdown.
Yes.
Christian Kirk, still steady, 7 targets, 5 for 45. You like that for his floor?
Yeah. Where are you drafting him for sure?
But is Evan Ingram definitely startable?
You were in love with him earlier.
I was. I didn't pick him up.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He's one of my boys. Now you don't say he's my boy when he fucking kills it.
All right, Titans. Tannehill, 254, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Not too bad. Henry, 17 carries, $121 and a touchdown. Even though he had 105 or 100.
Yeah, that sounds nice based on what
he did at 334 through the air. He'll be fine. Like they they got away from him is what happened.
Yeah.
And don't get away from Derrick Henry.
Don't get cute.
That's what the Titans do.
Don't get cute.
So I expect another big game for him going forward. I forget who they play, but it's Derrick Henry.
I wonder how many teams. For some reason, I have a feeling a lot of teams that had Derrick Henry are not in the playoffs.
No.
Feels like.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is nice.
Because he's been up and down.
Unless like a team traded for him.
Because all of his points are on like 3 monster weeks. I feel like 4 monster weeks. He's had a lot of
he had
5 to 6
4.
point
Yeah, there's
games.
a 3 or 4 week stretch where like he's like Derrick Henry's
Yeah,
number
that was
one
it.
again.
The first 3 weeks was bad, and the last 3 weeks have been bad. Besides this
yeah.
week. The guy I want to talk about here is a Kongwo. This guy's pretty good. Now they still have Hooper, who had 5 for 68, but Kongwo had 6 for 45 and a touchdown, and I think he had a 2-point conversion where he had a one-handed snag. It was dope. With Treylon Burks out, he's almost taken over that role.
Yeah.
Because Robert Woods, although he had 5 catches for 49 yards, is really bad.
Yeah.
So they need a playmaker, right? And
Yeah.
Robert Woods is not a playmaker.
Well, that's a good week for Robert Woods.
That is.
If you started Robert Woods, you're happy with 5
You
for
are.
49.
What a bad year. Okay.
Career's over.
Eagles, Giants.
Actually, here's my prediction, real quick.
Yeah.
Tom Brady goes to the Raiders, and Robert Woods gets released and signs over there.
Ooh.
That just is it struck me like
I like that. Okay. I was waving to the Giants. Now the playoffs is not over, but this is the score is 48-22, and they scored a late touchdown. The Giants did, so this is a fucking blowout.
Yeah.
The Eagles are tough, man. They are high octane, opportunistic.
Good luck, Bears.
Yeah, good luck. Jalen Hurts had 217, 2 touchdowns. Miles Sanders, though. 17 carries, $144, and 2 touchdowns. That's
Did
really
he
nice.
carry you into some best balls?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my best ball's doing well. I'm in both of my manias.
Yeah, nice.
In both of
I'm in
those.
5.
5 out of what, 10?
60.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about my 2 for 2?
That's pretty good. I wasn't trying to.
Oh.
I wasn't measuring my dick.
Oh, well, we can do that too.
You just stated how many you were in, and I said.
Yeah. 5. I got one team's pretty shitty.
I like 5 tickets, and I have 3 Fields. So, like, Fields is a week. In one, I have Josh Allen, too.
Yeah.
So, 4 of the 5, I have maybe top 3 quarterbacks.
I got a Fields, too.
Yeah.
Okay, Hurts, 7 carries, 77 yards and a touchdown. That's super nice. Per use. A.J. Brown with a touchdown. Devontae Smith with a touchdown. That's really it through the air for them because they didn't have to throw too much in this game. It was a Miles Sanders game, though.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of these. He's an RB1, man.
Well,
like back end,
Eagles, after they lost that, I think that was the best thing for them.
Yeah,
now it feels like they're more dominant than they were earlier in the season. Like when they were 8-0.
Yeah.
This feels like a better team.
Yeah. Yep. Daniel Jones, 170 yards and a touchdown, which actually the numbers don't look bad, but they could not move the ball. Third down was terrible for them. Saquon Barkley, I think this was hopefully. I know he came out of the game questionable. I wondered why they didn't just sit him. You know what I mean?
I was kind of.
You're not beating the Eagles.
I was kind of hoping he had a very mediocre game.
9 carries, 28 yards, 2 catches, 20 yards.
Yeah.
I just need him to get well.
I'm hoping he rests this week while I have the bye and then comes back.
No, because I have him.
Because I have Breida in a couple leagues so that I'm
I see. You're trying to play both.
I'm trying to double it. Yeah, I'm trying to have my cake and eat it too.
Daniel Bellinger got hurt, of course. As one of the bets I lost, he would have had it. He had 19 yards in the second quarter, and then he just needed 25 total.
Yeah.
He actually came back in the game for 2 plays and got hurt again.
Yeah.
2 injuries. Yeah. Go figure. That offense sucks. Okay, Ravens, Steelers. Fucking Tyler Huntley, that piece of shit. It didn't really fuck me too much because those matchups were already decided, but thought it was better than that. I guess the story here pissed me off. J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
So whenever he's not supposed to play a lot,
he's a thing now. Yeah, again.
He kills it.
Yeah.
And then whenever you're like, okay, J.K. Dobbins is RB2 now, he'll get 4 touches.
Yeah.
So what are they doing?
Trying to figure it out.
Well, I know, but like, and he came out saying he got caught in that run, he would have had a touchdown. It would have been it was a 44-yarder, but he needed like 60. Would have been a 60-yarder. Yeah. He got caught from behind, and he was never really a burner, but he said he's still not fully right.
Sure.
Which is you don't want to hear your running back say.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, he's been out for so long. Just get your ceiling.
Yeah, good game though. 15 carries, $120, and a touchdown. That's why I had J.K. Dobbins as my number 2 PP because he's good at football and that's a running team.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
it's scary going into the playoffs with that guy because you never know.
Right. You could leave in the first quarter.
I mean, you're happy if he's your flex because if you have him on your team and he slides into a flex where you weren't like maybe like you had Higgins or something, whatever. Yeah.
The problem with a guy like Dobbins is every player has a risk for injury, right?
Sure.
He has a risk for like something tightening up.
No, his risk is he's going to stay healthy and screw
Right.
people over because no one started.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's the risk.
Because he can't get
He's
he could
expected
get
to
an
be
elbow
hurt.
injury too, like anyone else, but he's
Yeah.
already injured.
Yeah, he's
Or he's
expected.
hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
If he gets banged up again, I mean, how demoralizing. Starting and stopping 3 times in the same season.
Yeah. I'll be drafting him next year.
And the Ravens don't need him. Like they've proven they can put
Right.
anyone back there as long as they're healthy.
Yeah.
They'll produce.
And yeah, this has been the hardest backfield to figure out all year. Because every time you
Yeah.
start Kenyon Drake, you got nothing.
Yes.
When you don't start him, he gets 20.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
when Gus Edwards makes his first game back from ACL, when they baby Dobbins,
Yeah.
they give Gus Edwards 19 carries.
There's a thing that I've been noticing, a theme, like with all the trades and with the free agent signings and everything. When they get a new one, it seems like there's ultra featured. I think it's the coaches saying, "Hey, can I trust you with the game flow?" And then it reverts back to the quarter or the running back before. It seems to be a common theme
Weird.
going. Like it's just
Definitely with Harbaugh. Mark Andrews, 6 targets, 2 for 17. What a bad year for him.
yeah. That's
The second half's been just unplayable. I mean, you still got to play him if you have Mark Andrews, though. I don't have him anywhere. I don't think you do either.
a handful of best ball.
You
in
have
my
to, well,
3
yeah, but
teams,
in redraft, you have to play him.
yeah.
Who else are you going to play? Are you going to play fucking Austin Hooper over him or
Or Foster Moreau who's
Like,
blanked twice.
no.
Like
Higbee? You're not going to do that.
yeah.
Unless you have an
Hopefully-
Njoku or
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
something.
say. Hopefully you have Njoku. Yeah.
All right, Mitch Trubisky.
Hawkins is really right. Fryermuth is nice. Fryermuth's real
Yeah,
quiet
yeah,
and
yeah.
real nice. He's
Right.
Heath Miller,
He really is. Yeah, that's the comp coming out.
but more athletic.
So they threw 4 picks in this game. Kenny Pickett threw 1 pass. It was intercepted. He got hurt. Trubisky had 3 picks. Not a bad line, though. 22 of 30 for 276.
Yeah, that
But
3 picks.
the picks.
Kind of weighs it.
Najee Harris, 12 for 33 and a touchdown. That's typical Najee game.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's still the number 1 there.
Offense is gonna be tough
Yeah.
to
But
come by in there.
that's the game there. Deontay Johnson, 6 for 82.
Yeah.
Still hasn't caught a touchdown this year, though.
Season highs.
Fryermuth, though, had the touchdown, 3 for 33. Like you said, he's super nice. Okay, moving on here. Chiefs Broncos. I actually called this one. Remember, I took the Broncos.
Yeah.
And I didn't look it early because they were down 27-0.
Yeah.
Did you see Jerry Jeudy thing? His tantrum?
No.
Dude. So the Jerry Jeudy game should have never happened because something happened where he got it was a 3rd and 5, I think, when they were down 27-0.
Yeah.
So essentially the game's over. They had to punt. And after the incompletion, he thought he was pass interfered or he was pissed at Russ or both.
Sure.
Takes his helmet off on the field, which is a penalty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then that doesn't get flagged. Then he's berated, running around screaming with his helmet off. Fucking bumps the official, intentionally, dude.
Yeah.
No flag. No nothing. Should have been ejected.
Must be dating the officials.
And then he goes on to have 3 touchdowns. So the Jerry Jeudy game should never even happen.
Yeah.
But I was talking to Mike Levelstein, shout out Mike, about this. Remember the game? It was the Bears and Steelers last year where the Bears linebacker got called for that terrible.
Yeah.
Where he was just he said something. He did this to the sideline
Well, he was
of the Steelers.
Because
They had just released him.
and then bumped into the
Yeah.
ref.
Well, the ref bumped into him.
Yeah.
And dude, this was a tenth of that,
Yeah.
and that cost the Bears the game.
Yeah.
But this wasn't even flagged.
Yeah. Well,
Get out of here.
yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Chiefs 34, Broncos 28. Weird game here. Mahomes 352, 3 touchdowns and 3 picks though. It's a Brett Favre-like game.
Yeah.
If I've ever seen one. Pacheco 13 carries, 70 yards. He is the lead back. They're going with 2 guys here. McKinnon, Pacheco. McKinnon's nice in PPR,
Yeah.
but Pacheco's nice in everything because he still had 3 catches for 23 yards.
Yeah.
He didn't find the end zone, but he will, and
Yeah.
they trust him. When they're
They have to.
winding the clock down there, they're giving it to Pacheco. He
Yeah.
had an awesome run to seal the game. He fucking plowed over 2 people. He's
Good. Yeah.
he's a fun player, man.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a find for them.
Yeah.
The 7th round pick, right?
I didn't just because the Chiefs' offense is so dynamic. I didn't think that guy would be able to. I didn't think he would be the cream that rose to the top. Besides Kelsey, right?
It was a 7th round pick too, I think.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Nice find for sure.
McKinnon had that Mahomes touchdown to McKinnon was one of Mahomes' bag of tricks thing. He's running to the right. Got 3 guys on him. There's a little I don't even know what the hell it was. It was like a fucking shovel. It was like a basketball pass.
Yeah.
He's still finding new ways to create things,
Yeah.
which you think that he's done it all already,
Yeah.
because he's creating so many different ways.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, and that's just what makes him great. Beyond the arm strength and everything else.
Yeah.
Got him with Andy Reid. It's very scary. Juju had a hell of a game here. By the way, McKinnon had 9 targets, 7 for 112, and 2 touchdowns receiving. One was a 56-yard weird play, but
either
still,
way,
it's a lot of work.
Those count.
Juju, 9 for 74 and a touchdown. That's pretty cool. Finally, Travis Kelce, 4 for 71. Disappointing for him.
Yeah, but still probably the top 3 tight ends in the week. Yeah.
Mark Andrews would love to have that line.
Yeah. I would be Mark Andrews, owner would.
Russell Wilson actually had a hell of a game. This is the most he's looked like Russell Wilson. My bet was really nice. It was 8.5 rushing yards. He had 57.
Nice.
And he didn't even play the fourth quarter.
Nice.
So
is he going to play this week?
We'll see.
I need
Concussion, right?
If between him and Daniel Jones, fancy.
Right. I don't know. It's so tough.
Yeah.
Because Russell's been so bad.
I think I'm going to go Russ, actually.
He had 247, 3 touchdowns on a pick. That's in 2.5, 3 quarters of football.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a lot of game flow things, but they weren't playing prevent defense. He was actually just making some plays.
Sure.
Jerry Jeudy, 9 targets, 8 catches, 73 yards, and 3 touchdowns. My number 1 PP.
Yes.
Finally.
Yep.
I'm still alive in a decent amount of leagues I have him in. So with Sutton's being out
I
this
bet
week,
you that helped you a lot in best ball.
Yeah. Well, I actually don't have him. I only have him in like 22% best ball.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, that's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. So Sutton's out next week. So is Jerry Jeudy a top 15 guy, a top 20 guy, a top 25 guy, a wide receiver 3?
I would like to think that he's the top wide receiver 3 for me. Well, I mean, yeah, I think he's tail end 2, top 3. Like he's right around that mid-20s range.
All right. Yeah, I have him at like 24.
Yeah.
So he's like the end of the wide receiver 2s. But obviously he's got upside to where he could catch a deep
3
bomb.
touchdowns,
He's a good player.
He has potential for 3 touchdowns, as we've seen.
And he had a very one of his first catches was a very Devontae Adams like. This is why I love Jerry Jeudy, was just the way he set the guy up off the line.
Yeah,
he baited him to the outside, just did this little
he doesn't
basketball
want to get
juice.
touched.
Right.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
But he's a hell of a player, and if he just can stay healthy, and it was a combination of the health and the quarterback play this year for me. But unfortunately, how many more excuses can we give the guy?
Sure.
So the thing is, he's probably going to kill. I can see him killing it down the stretch, and us being baited back into being in Jerry Jeudy's camp next year.
Well, if you have him,
I'm talking about next year though, being like, let's say he's going in the 7th round next year again, 6th round again, because he has 3 touchdowns in the next 2 games.
Yeah,
6 the last 3.
Yeah. I mean, I still. So here, I guess here's a way to phrase it. Would you rather have Sutton or Jeudy in a dynasty?
Jeudy, because he's younger.
Yeah, so there you go. So who are you going to draft next year? Unless they go and get some.
Well, the correct answer is probably neither.
Well,
neither or neither. People say neither.
Is
neither the same as Jeudy Sutton?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
I'm so funny, Caps.
No,
and humble.
That was clever.
Okay, blowout city here. Buccaneers 7, San Fran 35.
Yep, San Fran is a
San Fran keeps on
scary
boning your ass in bets too. Do you believe in that defense yet?
No, we do. Yeah.
I don't know why.
When Godwin and Evans had like 0.8, like in a full PPR somehow, they had like 0.8.
No, they did better, but it was all.
At half.
Yeah. Yep. Brady had threw 55 passes in this game, and they scored 7 points, and that was the last touchdown.
Yeah.
253, a touchdown, 2 picks.
It was Russell Gage, right? It was like a tit pass that he caught.
Yep. Rashad White is the guy, right?
I think
14 carries, or 13 carries to 4. They're both getting evenly involved in the passing game, but
they're not going to make the playoffs. So that's the thing is, if they're legitimately saving Lenny for the playoffs,
you got to get there first.
Yeah, I mean they might not make it. The Saints are still somehow alive.
So Mike Evans at 44.
They didn't play this week, and they got closer. Okay.
My other loss in my betting segment was Mike Evans 49.5. He should have had it too.
Well, I was saying this last week. Brady and Evans are just not on.
No, did you see the touchdown he had that was reversed though?
No,
60-yard touchdown.
Oh,
they didn't reverse it. It was wide open. It was a holding penalty. That wasn't a holding penalty. It was in the second quarter.
Yeah.
That would have maybe changed the game.
Yeah.
I was like, there's the bet, and then
would have given me some breathing room.
Yeah. Godwin 9 targets, Evans 9 targets. Nothing really good there, but I mean they're both. I'd rather have Godwin than Evans, obviously, but I don't. They're neither of our wide receiver 1s.
No.
Mike Evans is a wide receiver 3.
There'll be better weeks. I'm confident of that.
Brock Purdy, he's pretty good. 16-21, a $185 and 2 touchdowns. They didn't need to throw it all. I don't know about trusting him in fantasy just because I feel like he's going to have solid touchdown production per pass attempt kind of thing.
Sure.
But how much volume are they going to give him?
Yeah. Would you rather have Purdy or Zappy?
Zappy. I love Zappy.
Yeah, no, I know.
Fuck you. McCaffrey, 14 carries, a $119 and a touchdown. Pretty nice. Mason, 11 carries, 56 yards. Debo had a rushing touchdown, but he's out 3 weeks. So this is a big boom for Ayuk and Kittle.
Yes.
Debo is out. Essentially, if you have Debo, you should just drop him. Right? He's not coming back.
Yeah, unless you're the 8th, maybe the 8th. But even then,
at best, he's coming back that championship week.
He hasn't been playing well. He's been
What a bust, man. Again, this is one of those things where we did the Vegas segment, remember, with the odds, that we noticed that the only of the top 15 guys or so, his catches was like 69.
Because they're counting on like 20 touchdowns and 600
and even
yards.
his touchdowns, his receiving touchdowns at 5.5.
Yeah.
Which I think hit under.
Yeah.
So they know something. When you see that, it's
he had like one big week against the Rams. He had two touchdowns.
That long touchdown. Yeah. But I mean, he was such a.
He hasn't been healthy.
He was a fluke last year. Let's be honest. The numbers
been healthy.
Flukes,
he hasn't been healthy either. So.
Well, how many fucking 50-yard touchdowns did he have?
And Ayuk was in the doghouse. Like he was the only receiver.
And he was the only running back for a while too.
Kittle's hurt. No running backs. Ayuk in the doghouse.
It was the perfect when he was playing receiver. He was the only guy, and then we were playing running back as a receiver.
Yeah.
Okay. Seahawks, Panthers. Surprise. Panthers are tough. 30-24. Panthers take this one, which not a lot of people saw. With Sam Darnold throwing 24 passes, 14-24, $120 and a touchdown. DJ Moore had 0 catches. He's hurt again, a small injury. I still like DJ Moore. We both had him on our PP list too.
Right.
Yeah. We both had him on our PP list. 3 targets, 0 catches. He did have 2 carries for 6 yards, though, because he's a running back. Wow. Deontay Foreman, this is weird. So Deontay Foreman, 21 carries, 74 yards. Chuba Hubbard, 14 carries, 74 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then Blackshear, 4 carries, 32 yards and a touchdown. So for those of you that started Foreman, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like the other guys are getting touchdowns.
Well, we knew Chuba was going to be.
Yeah. So Chuba going forward, I mean, here's the problem is I'd like it more if they were like out of playoff contention.
Yeah.
Now they're in the playoff contention, so they're going to ride the form
right here. What do you think the standings are, real quick?
It's 6-7.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Then
5-8.
Who's second?
The Saints are second.
Oh, Carolina second, 5-8. Atlanta 5-8. New Orleans 4-9.
Oh, okay.
So New Orleans 4-9, 2 games back.
Still not out. Yeah.
2 games
joke.
Yeah.
So there's nothing in this receiver. I mean, if you have DJ Moore, I don't know what to do. You should probably have better options, but I'm not. So you're starting Zay Jones over DJ Moore. I'm not going to do that. Maybe that's why I suck at fantasy. You know what I mean? Because he did have some bright spots.
I don't think I could.
How often is the game flow going to be like this? They were beating the shit out of them all game.
Yeah.
Okay, and they also have a really easy schedule, the Panthers.
But you got to win games.
Right, I'm saying they could win the fucking
They're supposed to be the easy game on the schedule.
Geno Smith is a gunslinger. Multiple times, man. He actually made some bad decisions. He's almost getting too confident.
Sure.
But I like it. So 21-36, 264, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Running backs were all hurt, so not going to go into that. Marquise Goodwin had a nice game. 5 for 95 and a touchdown. Tyler Lockett caught a touchdown again. That's 6 straight games with a touchdown. DK Metcalf, though, 10 targets, 5 for 71 and a touchdown. He's been the real deal this year. Yeah. Obviously, Lockett was a better value just because they're doing the same thing. But one was only the 9th.
You like both those guys. They're scoring touchdowns every week.
I love DK, man. What a guy. Okay, moving on here. Dolphins, Chargers. Surprising game here. 23-17. Chargers take it to pretty much save their season.
Sure.
Miami's on a little free fall because they were 8-3 and now they're 8-5.
Yep.
Or 8-5. Tua. Ooh, I think I saw at one point he was like 4 for 15.
Yeah. He
was 10 for 28 for $145 and a touchdown. That's not good. Nope. I don't know what his deal is, but Jeff Wilson got hurt. Mostert didn't do much. Apparently, the Chargers defense is the Niners in this game.
Yeah, I mean that's.
They've been getting ran over though, and everything, right?
Yeah, they showed up. They finally showed up. I mean,
they did.
It's
Well, they actually did play pretty well. If you recall, a couple weeks ago against the Niners in that Monday night game.
Yeah.
They played okay.
Yeah.
They were actually stopping the run a bit.
Yeah.
So Tyreek Hill, 10 targets, 4 for 81 and a touchdown. Also had, he had a return touchdown too.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It was a 50-yard return touchdown.
Yeah,
on a fumble. So he's great. Jalen Waddle, 4 targets, 2 for 31. He is banged up. It's scary.
Yeah.
But they're still playing him, so I'm still running him out there, right?
And they're off. I mean, worst game of the year. So.
Yeah. Okay, Justin Herbert, 39 of 51, 367 and a touchdown. The touchdown numbers ain't nice. But
you remember there was that one bet early in the season, Herbert to have 1 touchdown. Like now that's like what he averages. Like
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. This is a good game for him, but
yeah.
he's got all his guys back finally, which is nice. Eckler, 45 yards and a touchdown, 8 catches for 59 yards. The man, how many catches do you think he has this year?
Oh, he's flirting with 100 for sure. If he doesn't have it already.
Is he really? He has 93 catches.
Yeah.
Fuck. We loved Austin Eckler in the preseason. So.
Yeah, we touted him. No one
We
believed
did,
us.
yeah. Mike Williams came back, 6 targets, 6 for 116 and a touchdown. Like that a lot.
Sure.
Keenan Allen, 14 targets, 12 for 92.
Okay. Yeah.
How you doing in that trade now? It didn't matter because you won that trade by a mile.
Sure. Yeah.
And you got so much shit about that.
Yeah. Well, I just accepted it. I'm like, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Palmer, 6 catches, 6 targets, 4 for 53. That's gonna be his new role, which isn't terrible, right? Like
Yeah, I mean we're talking about Deontay Johnson getting that's a wide receiver 3.
Right, that's what he is. And he has more likely
score a touchdown every third week or so.
Yeah, I would say more likely to catch a touchdown, but Justin Herbert also doesn't throw touchdowns. So
Yeah.
okay, this is the funeral of Kyler Murray. His Kyler Murray stock, he had a lot of that actually.
Yes.
27-13 Patriots take it. Mac Jones did not play well in this game, but he didn't need to. Stevenson got hurt, came back, and then left the game again. Pierre Strong had 70 yards and a touchdown. Kay Harris had 26 yards and a touchdown. That would have all been Stevenson. God damn it.
Even Damien Harris wasn't hurt.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see what happens to that injury. I saw it's not super serious.
Yeah, I mean, he tried. It was just because the Harris came in and was rattling off 8-yard runs, 9-yard runs, and then a touchdown. I think he'll be back. It's for the play. I think if you have him, expect him back.
This week is the question. When the problem is you got Damien Harris coming back now. He's the one that's beat up.
The thing is, it's Monday, so now and they're traveling.
Yeah.
So now that's the one thing you have to do.
I'm actually playing him in like 5 leagues in my playoffs.
Stevenson?
Yeah. So I only have him in like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So it's like just sit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kyler Murray, I think it was the first series of the game. This confirmed torn ACL, out for the year, out for his career. You're hearing that first. No, next year he's just not coming back till mid-season.
Go play baseball.
Yeah, go play baseball, Kyler. Colt McCoy, though, not bad. 27 of 40, 246 and a pick. James Conner, 15 carries, 85 yards and a touchdown. The receivers, see, I don't mind this really for any of their weapons because McCoy is less likely to run.
Yeah.
11 targets, 7 catches for 79 for Hopkins. That was Hopkins' first game in half PPR under 10 points. And he came back. He's been so good, dude. Because even his bad game was like 4 for 36 and a touchdown.
Oh, so I was looking this up. It was before last week. So when Hopkins came back, it was week 7, right? So he was a 6-game ban. Yeah. I was looking at. See, he was the number 5 or 6 receiver. Who do you think was the number 2 tight end? And from week 7 to week 13.
Joking.
Number 2 was Cole Kmet.
Wow.
By probably 30%.
After he didn't have a catch for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's my little Arizona Cardinals fact.
Okay.
Cole Kmet was number 2 tight end.
Yeah,
week 6.
Love it. So you're getting all over the map here. Hollywood Brown, 8 targets, 4 for 34. I still think Hopkins a wide receiver 1.
They take so many shots.
Brown's
they take so many
wide
shots
receiver 2.
They just they have a boner to get Brown a big play.
They do. Yeah. They do. I have one too. Okay. Any final thoughts about week 14? Any thoughts going forward about week 15? Because that's coming up real soon.
Well, congrats to everyone that made the playoffs in the fantasy league. Sorry to the people that had those heartbreaking losses. Because I was watching on the Yahoo app with Stevenson. You know how they do the chat? Because I was trying to see, in real time, what was happening. And so many people, I needed 0.8 more. I needed 2 more points. I needed this. And that's just got to be more. It helped me win some money.
Right.
But I've been on the other side of that, and that's just, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So if you made the playoffs even without Stevenson, he'll be back. And
Always another year. Raps work.
And it's been a complete joy.